And this is what?
This is chapter 6,
Okay.
specifically 6.2.
Awesome.
So, number 1.
Yeah.
They give you this normal distribution, and in 6.2, it's all about standard normal distributions, which means that the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So in this question, they tell you it's a standard normal distribution, which means you can assume that the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So he may tell you that, he may not. Once you see that it says standard, that should automatically, you should know.
Okay.
And then they want you to find the area of the shaded region. So anytime they ask you to find the area or the probability or the percentage, anything like that, it's going to be normal CDF on your calculator. So all you need is a left number and a right number. And because your standard deviation and mean are 1 and 0, then the calculator already assumes that. We said that before, right? And so you don't have to input that for a standard normal distribution. So you can just go to normal CDF, so second bars, number 2. Here they want you to find the area between this number, negative 2.26 and 1.13. So this is going to be your left number and this is going to be your right number.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
Yes.
The number on the left.
It's on the left? Yeah.
So you'll put those numbers in. 1.13. And then that will give you your probability, or your area, I guess. So 0.8588, 0.8588. Okay?
Beautiful.
Alright. Number 2. Okay. Another kind of question he can give you guys is where instead of trying to find the area on the inside, he gives you the area on the inside and you're expected to find the z-score that corresponds to that. So it's kind of like the opposite of the first question. So he tells you that the shaded area is, 0.4013. So that's the shaded area here. And he wants you to find the z-score. So anytime you're asked to find a z-score, you're going to do inverse norm on your calculator. And all that you have to input is the area that's to the left of whatever z-score he's asking you for. So in this case, the area to the left of this line is 0.4013. So you can just go to second bars and then number 3 and then just put in the area that he gave you. So 4013, and then because the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1, you don't have to put that.
Oh, so it's just that one number.
Right, so it's just that one number. So negative 0.249, he put negative 0.25 because he scores.
He rounds up.
You round to 2 decimal places. So yeah, so the key with inverse norm is that you just always need to know the area on the left side. So if he would have given you the area on the right side, you would have known to subtract that from
that one, right?
Yeah, and then put that area into your calculator.
Gotcha.
Number 3.
Oh, that was it for that one? Oh, nice.
Number 3, it's still a standard normal distribution, and he wants you to find the percentage of data that are more than one standard deviation away. So again, anytime you're asked to solve for a percentage, probability, or area, it's going to be normal CDF. It helps to draw a picture for this one. So if he said, the mean is 0.
Yeah. I'm always going to think of that, right? I hope you always think of me when you do that. I'm just like...
He wants to know the percentage that's more than one standard deviation away. So he doesn't specify if it's one standard deviation above or one standard deviation below. So you're going to assume that he's talking about both.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because he doesn't specify.
Right, okay.
So he wants to know what this area is and then what this area is. So anytime you're trying to find the shaded region on the inside, you know it's going to be a normal CDF question.
Okay.
And then you can either do normal CDF for this piece and then normal CDF for this piece and add them together. Or you can do normal CDF for this middle piece and then subtract that from 1.
Okay.
Whichever one you prefer. I think it's easier to do this middle piece and then subtract that from 1. So again, you just need a left number and a right number. In this case, your left number would be -1. It's negative because it's below the mean,
Right.
to the left of the mean. And then your right number can be the positive one.
Okay.
So if you just do 1 minus second bar's normal CDF, -1, comma, +1, you can leave out the mean and standard deviation
Right.
because it's standard. That gives you 0.3173. Which he converts it to a percent because he's asking for a percentage.
okay.
So it becomes 31.7. I don't know how you got 7.4, but you know, it's the closest answer. So
Okay.
you would just go
Oh,
with that.
okay.
And that's it for 6-2
Okay.
in this test.